So, our 10th episode. We haven't killed each other yet.
10, baby.
Even though one person's not here, so maybe we did.
We haven't gotten canceled yet. Yeah, so we've
haven't
got
run out
good
of money yet. I guess that's the important.
Yeah, we haven't run out of money yet
or
to
booze.
drink and do stuff. We got a little cleaning up to do tonight, so Steve's just getting us ready for that. We're gonna run down the schedules. We're gonna do the Jets first. It looks like. Then we got the Giants, and then we got Buffalo on deck. So
win loss.
First, thank you for not crushing my glasses. Yeah, win loss. Good call, Borneo.
Well, and obviously these things are going to change. Like we'll find injuries and things like that, or late off-season acquisitions, and we'll revisit this, I guess, right before the season. But we should probably lock something in so that way we can hold our dumbasses accountable for those people who are really bad at this.
Yeah,
like
and
me.
then we'll go back at the end of the season and waterbed about who did the worst, who did the best, and
who got the most exact teams, right?
Yeah. OTAs just started, so that could be our baseline. Like, we started OTAs, so this is what we think.
That's true. Episode 10, Season 1, Alpaca Boys, OTAs.
Yeah, OTAs, when everybody looks great in gym shorts and no pads.
Right.
Yep.
This man is swole, but he's going to be fucking all-pro this year.
Best shape of his life. It's like, yeah, but if he still can't catch a ball, I don't care what he looks like without a shirt on.
Speaking of, did you guys see Mike Davis's quads and just legs?
Oh,
and the shorts in practice?
A.J. Dillon, too. Have you seen
A.J.
him?
Dillon always had tree trunks at Boston College, though. I did not know that
Mike
Davis had those. Yeah. He always looked like a bowling ball scat back type of thing when he was in Carolina. Then you see him with those shorts, and you're like...
Yeah.
With the
old
throwback
John
hat,
Stockton.
too. I was like, damn, that man's a fun...
And he's right. He's
Which one do you want?
Right now, right?
I
want to try that because I've never had that.
Well, do we have any more cleaning up to do?
It's,
What do you mean?
Is there anything that's almost empty that we should just finish so we get it out of the bar?
just that scotch, but you ain't going to drink that
Nah,
scotch.
fuck that.
That's right. You let him know. Whose bar is it?
I mean, if you got those big
That's a
ice
different
cubes.
occasion type of alcohol.
I got you.
If we're like outside having a cigar, then I'll fucking break out the
After he smokes all his meat.
Yeah. Oh yeah! I'm looking forward to that.
That's gonna be a good time, man.
But you were saying, where's this thing from? What's special about it?
The reason why tequila gets its color like this is if it's legit like tequila, not Jose Cuervo. Jose Cuervo will just put dye in it to make it this color, but these guys,
it's aged, right?
It's aged in a oak barrel.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why it gets like.
And that's why
it gets like a smoky flavor to it.
Yeah, and
You know, Jose Cuervo was the first guy to make tequila.
Yeah.
He got a wine license to brew wine in Tequila, Mexico. And then he used agave instead of grapes, I think is what it was. And now we have Terramana, Altos, Bozal.
Mezcal. Mezcal's a different type of tequila also.
Yeah, because it's not from the blue agave plant.
It's good stuff.
100% at least.
Whatever it's from, it's good stuff.
Yeah, and like the Reposado, like you mentioned, it's got the color because Reposado being aged, I think it's like a 6-month time frame. Like,
is it?
It's like at least
Yeah,
6
keep it away
months
from the
or
mic
something
because
like
I think it messes with the mic.
that.
Response.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Anyway, but so, and then Añejo is actually 2 years aged. At least 2 years.
Oh, really?
So that's why, in my opinion, Añejo is the best. You get that oaky, smokiest flavor. Remember, like an El Tesoro Añejo that's got that really punch yourself in the face.
That's the shit.
And then that's also why Blanco is clear, because it's not aged at all, so it doesn't have a chance to absorb any of that damn color. But Añejo is obviously the way to go, in my opinion.
You guys watching Mayor of Easttown? Born, I know you watched that.
Caught up. 1 episode left.
That shit is good.
What's that?
Mayor of Easttown.
Oh yeah.
On
Her name.
I just finished Jupiter's Legacy.
Her name is Mare. She's not an actual mayor. She's a.
What?
Yeah, M-A-R-E, not
What do you want?
M-A-Y-O-R.
What do you guys want?
I mean, you poured that shit for Adam.
Because I chose it. You guys speak up.
But anyway, she.
I mean, I'd rather drink whiskey.
It's filmed right
But if we're
outside.
drinking tequila, we're drinking
You
tequila.
can have. This is. Listen. This is not a fucking communist fucking bar, okay?
It's filmed right
That's
outside.
right.
Whatever you want.
They just lifted the mask mandate.
It's filmed right outside of Philly.
Is this what you want, or you want whiskey? Just not scotch. This is not a scotch day.
Scotch technically is a whiskey, though.
It is, but it is.
But not
What's
one.
that?
You are off.
What's that
Just
Barnegat?
being a smartass.
I'll drink the Jersey whiskey from.
Oh, this is a maple. This is sweet.
Is it? Let me smell it.
Smell it.
Which means he will like it.
I will like it. Exit 63,
Pour it on your
South
pancakes.
Jersey.
LBI.
Oh yeah, I'll
It's a
drink
bourbon.
this. Yeah.
It's extra sweet. It's mixed with maple. You can go ahead.
No, it's your bar. I don't,
He's just so prissy. He's like, no, I don't pour my own shots.
no, I pour my own shots all the time.
I'm too cool to pour my own
I'll
shots.
pour up for everybody too.
We want
When
more.
Steve's kid gets here,
Why
you
do you think
know the
so?
kid's getting shots.
I don't
You know,
know.
the kid's gonna be
If
porn stars,
anything,
that's
I
what I
go very.
I'm drinking when he's 10.
I don't know
like
about the
that?
drinking when he's 10.
I started when I
Soju
was 13.
stuff
At this
or
point,
no?
they're all starting earlier than me,
Nah,
right?
that's alright. I don't know.
You don't have to. You
My
want
parents
some-
already know
you
that I
trying
started at
Jack?
13. Not like I'm out of myself.
Molly, Percocet.
You know what? This is
Mask on.
yeah, right.
Goldschlager?
no.
That's a song for any of
Just
our
give me,
older viewers.
just give me a little
We
bit
do
of
not
Southern
condone
comfort. I
drug
can
use
deal with that.
in the youth.
You like so?
Yeah, at least get to college.
Well, I'm used to soaking
Yeah.
on lime, so.
And if you're on your parents' dollar,
Why are you used to
Do
that?
what
Get
you
a,
gotta
get
do.
a job.
do what you gotta do, but make sure
Just
you
a
got
little
at least
bit, not a
gas.
full.
Oh, I like so.
That's enough to wet your beak. And so goes some good stuff.
What, you calling him Birdman?
Ah,
It's
thank you
just
for
a
remembering. Thank you for remembering my
Birdman,
shot.
Dad.
Oh,
Have
the
fun
audio
in any
level was good on
weather.
that. We didn't go into the red.
The fact that we gotta monitor those things are like, yeah, we're still starting. It's like,
I mean,
we're gonna go into the red on audio. Nice. We're getting better at this, guys.
Third time attempting using the
So what's
standalone mic.
what do we progress? What's the progression this week? What are we doing differently that's better this week? That's
We got the mic with the
We're actually using
With the
mic
right
for this
audio
time now for
levels.
the
I would
audio.
do
No
a
echo?
win. And we're doing win-loss, which I think we all were against
I was
originally.
Yeah, doing
I know
week one.
I was adamantly against
But
it when we started.
it is kind of fun because, like, when Mike and the Mad Dog used to do it, I used to make fun of them all the time when they would get it wrong. So this is, but it's fun to just be a good sport about it too.
And it's also really fun to make water bets with your
Yeah.
boys, and this just opens so many opportunities. Like,
Oh, yeah.
any one of these
Yeah.
games, we can sit there.
do we have to write down on the chalkboard?
We have to go through our archives, I guess, and
Yeah.
figure out what we've written.
Did I give you
Because
the chalk?
obviously when you drink,
yeah. I
we're
put
not
it back.
writing.
It's over there.
We're not writing down our bets, so obviously we need to
They're-
visit the archives and remind ourselves of the horrible bets that I put myself in a position to make, but all the other ones as well, so we can actually pay up. And I'm gonna be one wet son of a bitch by the time this is over.
You and me both, man. I made every bet.
Yeah,
I made
that's
every bet.
true.
Oh, and you
And
gotta
I made a bet with you as the.
Oh, and I'm wearing
Okay.
a white T-shirt the entire time, so y'all gonna
That's
get
how
that.
it goes.
Yes, you all gonna get that view, and that's
so-
when we lose our viewers. But.
So up first, we've got the Jets. Jets fans.
yeah, starting us off
Born
on
Mugs. You guys want to run it down?
I got a fucking W, baby.
So I was gonna say on
So-
the first one, I already know that on my water bet I put a W, so I'm gonna give myself that one right there. Steve is confident.
I got a W, babe.
Yeah, I'm beating Sam Darnold
Oh, yeah.
at Carolina
Yep.
in week 1.
Yep.
How are you feeling about it,
No
Born?
fucking way.
No fucking
No
way.
fucking
Where's the NFW right there?
It's like the Charles Barkley guarantee thing. I don't know if you guys watch any like basketball or whatnot, but like that's become like a joke thing. It's like he guarantees things and it never happens.
Last time
Like
we-
never. He guaranteed the Suns were gonna
I
win yesterday.
love Chuck.
Not happening.
I love
last-
I love him
Chuck.
too now that he's not killing the Knicks
Do
on the
you-
court.
Steve, do you remember the last time we opened day against a quarterback that was pretty prominent for us?
You lost to New Testaverde, didn't you?
No, it's Brett Favre at
Minnesota?
Miami, Chad Pennington. You remember we won that game, but you remember how? We got the luckiest. We didn't have a kicker, so we had to go for it on 4th and 13. Favre throws up a prayer. Chancey Stuckey comes down with a touchdown. And then we're about to blow it. And then Chad Pennington throws a pick to Darrell Revis in the end zone. We just survived by like 3 or 4 points, whatever it was.
Good old Chad.
Yeah.
What was the end of the day?
We won. It's not going to happen this time. Not with this guy.
I heard you say win, so I believe the history.
Oh, so we're gonna go for a win for boy?
No,
Are you
it's a-
changing it?
No, it's a loss. We were lucky enough to get through that. It's not going to happen again.
I got
Matt
you.
Rule, look, the Jets are so new at every position. You have the same players, but playing a different type of defense. I don't think Matt Rule's going to be able to plan for the Jets, so that's why I'm calling it a win.
The Jets are a very new team, but so are the Panthers in some cases because they got a new quarterback. They've got they lost Curtis Samuel. They still have DJ Moore though. They brought in what's his name, the wide receiver.
They have Robbie Anderson also.
They still have Robbie
who has that
Anderson.
rapport with Sammy D already. Sammy Poo Poo.
See me doo.
Yeah, I don't know which one's worse.
I'm going to win also because I think that the Jets. We talked about it last week. The Jets defense has so much experience picking off Sam Darnold in practice.
That's that too. Yeah.
Yeah, but yo, you said it last week, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
so true.
But that's when he's running Adam Gaze's offense. A lot of people picked off Adam Gaze's offense.
Yeah, but you're
except,
playing
like, even
Greg
Peyton
Williams'
Manning-
defense.
What's that?
He's
Yeah.
playing Greg Williams' defense.
Oh, so you know it's a zero blitz.
Exactly.
One time. But
That's how it works. You
I
just saw it one
think
time.
I think the Jets defense, which stayed intact and only got better, is going to. I think they're going to have a good day.
Their defense is completely transformed though, because they're moving to that 4-3
I'm wrong.
all gas no
front,
brakes type of.
the front is. I
defense.
think they're going to be
Yeah,
more
so-
deadly now.
But now your linebackers,
I'm
like
wrong.
linebackers
are
have a
weaker.
very different responsibility. Though.
Right, and they're all rookies now at this point. Besides C.J. Mosley,
Yeah, because Neville Hewitt's in Houston, and that was really your leading tackler last year after Mosley went
You
down.
have
week one.
Mosley and Jared Davis that we picked up from the Lions. You know,
He's good.
He's good, but he's not.
he's a run block inside.
All right, I got excited.
He's not fat. I always talk about that speed linebacker. Because if you go to San Fran, they had Fred Warner and they had
What's
they
wrong?
brought in
You have
Quan
a good testing for
Alexander. He
Tourette's?
didn't work out, but they brought him in. They want that
Who did I
speed
ask
at
last
linebacker.
time?
Dry Davis is that. He's that two-down thumper.
Yeah.
C.J. Mosley in his prime is that guy.
Maybe Gerard Davis ends up being the backup to C.J. Mosley, and then you got the two on the outside that play.
Or they cycle him.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Or like on obvious rundowns, I'm sure you've got like your base run packages, and that's where you put your downhill linebacker as opposed
Or they're
to
the
We'll
nickels.
see.
yeah.
They're the two that go in for
See how it
nickel.
goes. I don't know.
Exactly.
Nobody knows, man. Nobody knows how the Jets defense is going to
We
be.
should start.
Week 2 against the Patriots.
Well,
Loss.
before that, let's take these, and I also just want to propose this idea.
I'll be honest with you.
I got you. Well, all right. So
Matt.
we'll mark Warren in here really quickly, and then we'll do these shots.
Let me get more beer for us.
That works. But the one thing I'm thinking, we can do beer frames if
Beef's
there's
up
ever a
there.
situation where like everybody picks one thing and one person doesn't pick that. We can do something like that. We got
That's cool. Yeah.
We,
Lone Wolf. I like it.
are we gonna get sued by NFL for like stealing their shit?
I don't know. Who knows?
The lone alpaca.
The lone
This-
alpaca. I'm going to give it an L, too.
Do you think they're going an L out here too?
Yeah, until I actually see him beat him, and it hasn't happened since 2015, you know.
I gotta agree with you guys.
We
'cause
have as many beers as we have Rob down here.
0?
0.
they're in the garage, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I'm also gonna go loss on this one for New England. I just think like
I'll go right now.
I'm not 100% sure what type of team they're going to field
Thank you,
because
Steve.
there are a whole bunch of free agents and opt-ins coming back, opt-outs coming back, and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, you're right. Like a new, I'd
Until
rather
it
take Bill
happens,
Belichick with a relatively new roster versus a completely new head coach taking on a roster that drafted second overall based on record.
They came close
Yeah.
last year. They probably should have won that Monday night game. I was happy at the time that they didn't, you know, because at that point I was tanking for Trevor, and obviously we all know how that worked out. But at the time,
We're this close.
yeah. Anyway,
And Greg Williams was like, "No, sir."
until I see it
Hold on,
happen,
dude.
I gotta give them the respect.
I was like that last.
Yeah.
I was like that
Yeah.
last year. Honestly, with Buffalo, and like until they beat New England, like even
Yeah,
in Buffalo,
so you
until you
actually
beat, until I
dethrone
see it
them.
with my own damn
They
eyes.
actually dethrone them, and but in this case, it's just beat them once, and that hasn't happened since 2015. So.
I think the Jets are going to lose that game also. Again, Belichick versus the Jets.
Oh, he gets extra pumped up for that. He
Yeah,
just does.
I'm
He
going
hates the Jets.
Belichick.
Yeah.
I think Cam Newton's going to start the season.
Mhm.
So
He's still
you
playing.
give
like
Cam Newton 2 good tight ends.
Yep.
Like that. That's MVP Cam Newton.
And that makes anybody better.
Like that.
Anybody
That's
quarterback better.
that's when Cam won MVP.
He's also healthier now. Like people forget, he caught
Yeah.
COVID last year, so there was
really?
that. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
he
I
caught
didn't
it.
know
He
that.
caught it early in the
But,
season and was
when-
out for a couple weeks.
when
And
Brian
like
Wa-
when he came back, you could see he lost like 20 something pounds. Like
Oh,
keeping your
shit,
body
so-
at a professional athlete's level is very different than the average person
Brian
trying to
Order-
survive COVID. Like you lose that much weight and you're expected to go play football immediately. It's like nah, bro, it don't work like that.
Brian Hoyer,
Yeah.
Brian
Boys,
Hoyer had this.
boys, sun is out.
So you want to finish
Sun's
the
out,
Jets
guns
first?
out.
You want to finish the Jets first and then
There you
pause
go.
it, or do you want to just go now?
You
Nah,
guys,
let's keep
We
it.
finish
Let's
on
keep
the
it
Jets.
rolling.
Jets.
Let's
We
keep
gotta
it
finish
rolling, man.
Jets here.
let's burn through it.
So up
Sorry,
next we've got these shots. Oh no, let's do the shots of the bye week if we're gonna
No,
break
we
through
got
it.
a long time to go, and I gotta cook. for my wife.
Oh, that's true. She's got to eat.
Oh, yeah,
She's eating for
priorities.
2.
So
Family
pause it.
first, man.
Family first.
Salute.
Family first. Pouring
Yeah.
bottoms up.
Salute.
All right, quick question though: Is Aaron Rodgers on Denver?
No,
It's a win for me, baby.
he's not on Denver in this one.
That's W.
It has like a little sweet vanilla-ish almost to it.
This was not good.
Very not good.
Very not good. I'd rather drink Terramana than
What'd you have?
that. Maple. That's probably good.
Maple.
That's probably good on ice as like a sipping drink, like Screwball.
Let's just
True also is good shots though.
want to finish Denver at least, since I already said something.
I'm gonna finish that.
Porn,
I'll
porn,
go
what'd you
on
say?
Denver.
Win.
He's
if,
going
if
win.
Aaron Rodgers is
I
not
was hoping
there,
for that same gusto.
So wait, that's the first win though on Andrew's board.
Yes.
So at
Yes,
least
it is.
he gave him a win. I'm gonna go with Andrew honestly too. We're assuming Rodgers isn't there. I trust Zack Wilson more than I trust Drew Luck. Drew Lock.
Right now, yeah.
If it was Drew Luck, that'd be something
I'm
else.
still salivating from the tequila, my bad.
Yeah.
But still from Drew Lock. And the fact is, if you're a rookie who hasn't taken a snap and I trust you more than that, it either means I'm a horrible assessor of NFL talent or Drew Lock is really not good.
I'm just gonna go for an L because you guys both went with W.
That's what they
Right
call.
towel.
That's what they call being an asshole, right there.
I will go.
Just joshing
I think the
with
Jets
ya.
are. I think the Jets are going to win.
See, so far,
I
two
just.
Jets fans are 1-2, and the non-Jets fans are being more optimistic so far.
Don't worry, it gets worse.
Yeah.
Just saying.
So
Just saying. Just look the first.
I don't think that the Broncos
Oh.
are really that good. I think Jerry Judy is
I
that
was also
good.
wrong.
I think
my
that's
bad. I
exactly
marked
why the Jets lose.
I marked that incorrectly also. I'm 1 and 2 because I accidentally marked that wrong.
Oh, you are taking them.
I'm taking them because I remember I'm taking the Jets. I was looking at Carolina and said, "Oh, Carolina's gonna win." In my head, the wires in my brain crossed.
Yeah,
but
okay, yeah.
Our water set told you. I already said it was gonna be a 10-point
Who did
win.
the Broncos draft?
Patrick Surtain,
Oh. Okay.
and then they got
He's
Javonte
very good.
Williams in the second round, but they still have Melvin Gordon.
Where's
Philip Lindsay is
Yeah,
in
where's
Houston.
my boy?
He's in Houston.
Oh, rough. Sorry, Philip
Yeah,
Lindsay.
yeah,
And
yeah,
Lindsay,
yeah.
we no longer trust.
What time is it?
That was my
Game
dude,
time.
man.
It's time to go pizza time. That's what time it is.
All right, so do you want to quickly pause for a second, and that way we
Yeah.
can all go outside? We can always record.
We can
Yeah.
record outside too.
we can do that with the phone.
Just click stop recording. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're a few weeks into the Jets draft. We
Right.
definitely succeeded at making our own pizza. We did not fuck up by leaving the top on or not getting the temperature up high enough or
That didn't happen at all.
spending 2 hours dicking around drinking in the backyard.
That sounds very. That sounds very.
None of that happened. We succeeded
I'll know
at... Look how good the pizza came out.
Came out great.
Came out phenomenally.
Beer me, Blazer.
Beer ya?
So we're
Beer
back.
after
we're gonna do both.
I wet your whistle. That's what I'll beer you.
Gotta get our monitor set up over here. If I remember correctly, the Jets are losing.
You want to stick with whiskey or no?
No, whatever I drank last time was meant for sipping, not actually drinking.
We're gonna find out if I gotta plug
Adam,
this into
fuck with this.
It's the laptop. We gotta find
Oh,
out
okay.
if it died and I gotta plug into the power source really quickly.
Okay.
So
we'll be back
Stall.
shortly. In the meantime, we have a few drinks poured. We got a couple things to talk about. First and foremost, Uni's sort of dropping the ball a little bit.
Okay.
Who's Uni?
The
company
pizza
of
oven
the,
company.
About the propane thing, I can't say fuck them because
It does work well when it works. Like the Jets offense.
Oh, good one. When's that?
they've been responsive through emails.
This is coming from the Giants fan.
It's
right?
just the
like
problem
one who
that-
couldn't win the NFC least 2
Shut
years
up,
in a row. Like 2 years in a row, you guys have had arguably the historically worst division. That's actually my topic. I'm not saying I believe it. I'm just saying it's been a topic of conversation. And you used to throwing shades of the Jets.
Fact.
Just because you're wearing shades doesn't mean you can throw it.
The Jets are like the little brother. You got those shades.
You sort of are. And no offense. It's sort of like the Clippers and Lakers in Los Angeles, or what's the other one we were talking about it before? I'm blanking on it. The Mets and the Yankees. No offense, Born.
Oh, no.
Like
Yeah.
they're when a
Born's
city has two teams.
Born's sitting over here like Steve Buscemi putting lipstick on like Adam Workman, Matthew Biederman.
Don't worry, I'll call him right before he wants to actually kill me and cross me off the list. Right before my decathlon.
I could not stop laughing the first time I ever saw that. Oh my god.
The lipstick part or the entire movie? Because the entire movie's gold.
Well, that one scene, I was fucking crying, man. Anyway. With the song,
What's that-
With the song playing in the background, telephone line or
What's
whatever
that
it
song
was.
that talks about him?
About who?
It's like I like the movie. It has that guy. I think his name is Steve. I like her for her.
Oh, it's
That shit.
Deep Blue something.
Yeah, I think it's funny that they
It's
reference him.
Hey
in a-
Leonardo.
She likes me for yeah.
Yeah.
Same lyrics, yeah.
Those 90s ones that we know, like they have one or two songs, and if you didn't grow up in the 90s or maybe the beginning of the 2000s,
It's a rap.
you were old. It's like you look at that and you're like, isn't that like 104.3? And I know like that 104.3 isn't a big thing. People are on XM
It's
radio.
a
now,
classic rock station that's starting to play music from when we were in high school.
When I heard Green Day Nirvana on there, I was like, I'm officially old.
Yeah.
Like, that was, like, the music that I grew up with. Like, Green Day was, like, in my bones growing up. Like, the Green Bay Dookie was, like, the album of all albums in my life.
That it was Longview?
Yeah, man, like, that bass line. Like, just that type
Yeah.
of... Like, everybody's got, like, that one album that you
They
can
were
trace
great
back
live.
and be like, they were.
They were great live.
They really were. But you got that one album that you can trace back to, like, when you were, like, what's kind of started you on your own music things. You always listen to what your parents get, but there's that one album.
Jay-Z Volume 2 for me.
Okay.
Shit.
Yo, Money Cash Rose?
Very different
That's my
gear.
shit.
Very different gear than what I was talking about. But, yeah, you got that one that kind of shapes the way that you're going with the rest of
This
it.
may sound corny, but I'll probably say Limp Bizkit.
Chocolate Starfish and the
Chocolate
Hot Dog
Starfish
in the
and
water?
That was our shit, like...
That was the shit.
8th grade, 7th, 8th grade.
That shit is still our shit. When we're playing beer pong and that song comes on, we go 10 for 10. Like, we do
Yeah.
not miss when that shit comes
Give
on.
me the 5th. I'm drinking while I'm taking a piss. Beep.
Or the Urban Assault Vehicle rolling.
The one with
Redman.
Redman kills that.
Of course
entire
Reggie
group.
Noble kills it.
Top
Reggie
five.
Noble.
Top 5.
Reggie Noble is your favorite rapper's favorite rapper.
He is top 5. I tried to have this conversation with some guy who tried to put DMX in his top 5, which automatically disqualifies him.
I mean,
from being
DMX was good, and
What?
everybody's entitled to their opinion.
You're allowed your opinion, but it's going to be wrong if you're putting DMX in your top 5.
I
Top
don't,
10, you can have.
I don't think you'd be right, but
you have an argument to be top 10. But
So
top
who's
5.
your top 5 then?
this guy's putting Nas and T.I.
Nah, I love T.I. as a personal. Nas is in top 5 easily. Tupac is in top 5. M is in top 5. J. Cole is in top 5.
Really?
Yeah, J. Cole is so fucking underrated. The fact that he is still underrated at this point is actually a crime against humanity. Shit, that always the 5th one is a problem because I like to.
Because there's a lot of guys that could make the cut.
Also, because I've been drinking, so it's very hard to kind of come up with that immediate list right off the top.
Biggie Smalls, Tech Nine.
The problem is
Andre 3000.
Andre
3000.
3K.
I have him. He's like that 5'6", where the one that I.
You didn't say Redman.
Rich Noble. That's who's 5. I thought. I'm glad you reminded me because I started with that point. But yeah, he's 5. Then don't get me wrong. Like Biggie doesn't make it sheerly for the fact of volume. Like I'm not trying to argue his impact and all that stuff, but you can't come out with one damn album and a bunch of them that are
One and a
basically
half.
1.5, yeah. And we put you
He
ahead of guys.
was grinding though.
But you,
Yeah.
but
In like in the streets.
think of all the
And he
guys
was
that you're
doing-
putting him ahead of.
And he
I
was
mean,
doing
he
live
was
shows.
not like he wasn't doing work. He was putting in the work.
But I
though.
didn't even mention Jay-Z, for example. You
Yeah.
gotta put, like, Jay-Z has been grinding his so freaking much longer, obviously. Like, at some point,
And
volume has
Jay-Z's
to
from
be a
that
factor.
Biggie school. Jay-Z is a Biggie disciple.
Yeah. And so was P. Diddy, but he killed him.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Yes, I have no proof.
All right, what the fuck are we talking about?
Adam's
we
got to
get
log in so we get back to the,
We gotta talk about this shot right here.
that we do. Terramana.
Warren's gonna have a nervous breakdown.
No, I can't do the shot. That's all I'm saying.
No, I know you can.
Warren's got to wake up for work in 3.5 hours. Like,
Yeah, me too.
Shit
he's a
happens.
fucking trooper sticking it out with us.
What time is it?
Game time,
10
baby.
o'clock.
Oh, fuck.
So we've got the Tennessee Titans. That's a L for the Jets.
Salute.
Yeah, it is. Unanimous.
That's what we're drinking to.
Right? Anybody disagree?
I fucking disagree, baby.
Do we have that duffel bag of beers? Can I have one? This was not good.
Where is that duffel bag anyway? I was looking for it before.
It's not
No,
double
this-
tag, it's Westwood.
Ooh.
No, I was looking for them to give to.
Alright, so yeah, I think against Tennessee. Here's the one thing I will
Is
say,
that your
though.
lighter?
The one thing I will
What do you
say.
want?
Summer love.
You want that one?
No, that's just.
I would
what
like the fat
picked.
tire.
Really?
That's one of my. You like that one, so take that one.
No, I'm drinking this. I like Leinenkugel.
Cool, because I
Mine
need my
cool.
lighter back. He still has it.
Oh,
Again.
Leinenkugel has a beer that tastes like Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah, the blue one. The blue one.
Yeah, 100%.
Alright, so, Steve, wait, were you the one who said win, or was...
Win, baby.
That was not
way.
me.
Yeah,
Against
the one-
Tennessee.
We're getting a W.
Here's the one thing I will say. Tennessee is not the same team they were last year. They lose
Yep.
A.J. Brown. They have a whole new offensive coordinator.
Do
so
they
that's a
have
whole new
King
scheme.
Henry?
We got a whole
Yeah.
new offense. We got
Is
a
he
whole
going to be
new
healthy
defense.
again? Like, there comes a point where that guy who's carrying 350 times is going to get hurt. I understand he's another world, but it just happens.
We're getting the dubs.
So we got one dub for Steve here.
The only way that happens is if Derrick Henry gets hurt.
It's not gonna happen. Not against us.
Well, you also don't have a secondary, so I would think that you would plan on.
I mean,
stopping
C.J.
the run,
Mosley got
because
hurt.
Stopping the pass is not an option.
He's not gonna stop by himself.
All right, Falcons.
ATL.
Win.
I got a dub.
And this is the London game.
Yep.
Yes. Win.
Dubs.
Oh, so we got some
We're
dubs
doing
here.
something
Okay.
special for that day. 9:30 a.m. baby.
Don't put a W in my column.
I was
for
about to
this
say,
game.
so how are you feeling about this one?
I don't believe they're going to trade Julio Jones, and I think Matt Ryan is going to light it up.
Nah, man, he's gonna be out of
Especially-
there. Just
Nah,
like all
dude,
these
the-
other athletes now that just force their way out of there. Except unless you're like Deshaun Watson, who has everything against him right now. But besides that, if like in any sport, if it seems like if you're an athlete that is not happy where you are, you become a real pain in the ass, like a little bitch, and they let you go. James Harden in basketball,
Yep.
Jamal Adams with us, Odell Beckham with the Giants. And those are just right off the top of my head, but it seems like that's
Those are also
the way it
big
is.
names.
Yeah, but still. And Julio Jones is a big
Julio
name.
Jones is a
He's
big
not a
name.
big name?
Yeah.
Like,
no, I'm
especially in
just
Atlanta.
saying the guys
Yeah.
you mentioned.
Especially
Oh,
in
yeah.
Atlanta, like in the heart of Atlanta, there are two names.
Yeah.
There are two players on that team that have basically been a constant for the last decade plus, and that's Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, who is like Quintavious Lopez Jones, and with the nickname of Julio. Like there is no Julio at all in his actual.
And that boy is
And
Cajun.
even
Oh my God, yeah.
Even
I remember-
what's his name? Bell, Le'Veon Bell. He forced his way out. He sat out a year, but he still got his ass
Yeah,
traded.
that's true.
No,
Yeah.
and I think that it's interesting.
No, he
though,
went to
because
free
they're not gonna
agency.
get what
He
they
sat
want,
out
but
the
they're not
last
gonna
year
get
of
what
his
they want.
contract.
He didn't get traded, but still,
He's
sat out.
32. The
Yeah.
oldest one, like Randy Moss, got traded for a first round pick. But he
Hey,
was
what's your
28.
next pick?
Oh, I also gotta just
Who's
say,
playing?
I just want to go on the record right here. I actually think
We're gonna
that
fly through this. So what's your next
Who are you
pick?
playing?
New England at New
Patriots.
England.
Loss.
All right, so we got him.
Gordon, who wins the bye week?
I'm going to go with a loss here too. Like I'm teetering on. I think it's gonna be closer than people think. I don't think Julio's gonna be there. To be perfectly honest, I think he will force his way out. But I still just trust Arthur Smith's ability to get the most out of less talent than Robert Saleh, only because Robert Saleh is on the defensive side, and I still don't know what that offense is going to look like for the Jets. You got some raw talent, but I have nothing to attach it to.
Fair point.
Yeah, there's no film.
At least I have Arthur Smith from Tennessee. Even if he doesn't run the same thing, I've got some sort of like, wow, he grew success out of Brian Tannehill.
They still have TG also, right?
No, he's a free agent.
Oh, okay.
Like, what's his name? Not Saquon.
Davis?
Yeah. Davis, he's their, at this point, RB1. Possibly a fantasy steal. Something that we can always talk about in another episode where we can start yelling at each other about how much better we are at fantasy than each other.
We would need Derek Scott here for that.
We don't.
So the Pats
We already
in
got-
New England.
I'm gonna jump in right now. That's a loss. I don't think there's much explanation needed. I already explained it in the first one. But if I have them losing at
Yeah, I
home,
feel
I'm
the
having
same
losing
way.
on the
I
road.
got a W, baby.
Until they beat him.
Wow. So how much have you been drinking? Because you've got
A W.
I'm with Steve,
Okay.
and the reason
you have
for
them
it,
losing at home.
I have them losing at home because I believe Cam Newton will start. I have them winning on the road because I think after the bye week, which I've obviously been drinking, I think Mac Jones is going to start. Do the Jets and Patriots have the same bye week?
I'll look it up.
I don't know.
Away from the mic.
I'm
'Cause
going
I found that out when I
straight
watched part of the
fucking
video.
gut, baby.
Cincinnati, I'm going to say win.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because Joe Burrow is going to be hurt again.
I think
I
Steve's
think
gonna win 'cause
I just think
he's-
that they. I think
Thank
Salah will be able to confuse him a little bit, and he'll be coming off an injury, and he's on the road. You never know.
14.
Is there bye?
Patriots are week 14.
Rough. Okay, change mine. Sorry about that.
All right, so BD is
That's
walking,
on me.
BD is walking it back with his tail between his legs.
Cannabis, it affects your decision making occasionally.
Only occasionally.
All right, I got an L.
Well, really quickly, Cincinnati, BD. 'Cause we're-
Nah, I believe in Joe Burrow. Not the other Joe B.
I
Steve,
believe
yeah.
in Joe Burrow. I believe. I think Robert Saleh honestly is able to get the best of that horrible
Yeah.
offense in Cincinnati, and
That's
I
what
think
I'm
that
saying.
this is going to be a win.
Their offense is good, man. They got your boy.
They have
Joe
great
Mixon.
skill makers,
Their
but
line
if
is
you can't
not-
protect
their
him,
line is
and
not
you can't
good.
open up lanes, like you can have a running back, great wide receivers, but if you're not doing
You see
anything
what
in the
happened
trenches,
to
it's
him
won
last
and lost in
year?
the trenches. He's
Yeah.
last born.
Yeah.
It's won and lost in the trenches. He has experience in that. Actually, Steve, what
I
position
got
do
a
you play
loss.
in? What position
You
do you
played
play when
QB,
you play
didn't you?
football?
In football?
Yeah.
I was a guard.
So, okay, so you're
So
some
the one-
I
offensive
play
line.
right next to Bourne.
Yeah.
Oh.
With
I thought you were
Keelan.
QB.
the Mighty Mice.
Keelan.
Yeah. The
Robert Keelan?
yeah.
Uh-huh.
One of those old
He
brothers?
was,
No, he was our
s-
age.
same age.
It was
Sure you didn't stay back?
No.
No, he's smart.
He had an
Oh,
extra year of
I'm thinking
eligibility.
about somebody else. Okay.
Yeah. No, he's a smart kid.
Okay. Oh, then I gotta stop looking at just him for offensive line insight. I should actually ask you too.
Colts.
I mean, granted, you're both Jets fans, so I guess your
Listen, I only played 1 year in Pop Warner, and that was it. The rest of my competitive, I was playing
baseball.
I was playing baseball.
Oh, so you never played high school football because
No.
of baseball interfered?
Uh-huh.
Oh, shit.
You're also nice at
We all learn
baseball,
something new
though.
every
Yeah,
day,
it was.
including the guy who's live.
Yeah, I let her play Division One. I didn't,
Why?
because I had to work full time and go to Middlesex part time.
Let's be honest. Also,
That
people
is a
who
good
get those rides.
reason.
Those rides also only last for each year, and then they have to re-up those. So it's quite possible that you end up going. They yank it because of a new guy.
Baseball's the hardest to get a.
That's what I've heard too.
The fucking hardest
To get a scholarship, it's also probably hardest to keep it. Just because you get one year, any sport in college, you get one in 1 year, it doesn't necessarily guarantee that they'll give it to you the next year. Like they could very easily
I didn't
be
know
like,
that.
okay, they can revoke it.
I really
That's
didn't
a
know
big,
that.
like,
I thought when
NFL
you,
part.
like...
They only have a certain amount that they can give out, and so if they're giving it to you 1 year, they have to allocate those to some of the incoming people.
They're drawing college kids in, thinking like this is fucking great, and then fucking
And then
slapping
they
them with a
sell
bill.
them out. Like college sports is one of the
But then they
biggest-
give them like $80,000 worth of loans for.
But they
you
don't
know,
go to
a
school at all. They
$40,000
don't learn
school.
anything with it because they're too busy doing the one thing they were brought there for, and that
Oh,
was
yeah,
to
but
train for
then-
the sport that they were doing. That they no longer are going to get paid scholarship.
If I would have played a different sport, I probably would have got a scholarship to go to college, but I just didn't. I could have played lacrosse. I probably would have been good. I was a good athlete at one point.
I remember.
You don't think you're still a good athlete? I think you're still a
The
good
problem is
athlete.
we're at the age where when we're watching sports, we're like, man, you're old.
No,
Not old for
I
life,
throw
but old for
rocks.
sports.
I throw rocks once in a while. I'm like, no, I'm not even fucking close.
Don't worry.
I like
all you gotta do
shooting
is make sure
rocks.
that arm is good to carry the kid. As long as that arm is good to carry the kid.
Yeah, you
you're
gotta
fine.
work on your vertical throws now. You gotta get like a 10-pound medicine ball.
And your ability to clean
got one.
throw ups.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen. But all right, so moving on to at Indianapolis, I'll be honest right here.
L.
I'm gonna give it an L right here. 'Cause I think Indy is just a very good.
Well, wait. Who's throwing the ball? Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz.
Is he gonna be playing or is he gonna be hurt?
Win. Either way.
Oh, a win over over that defense?
Yeah.
Like even not just the offense, you can argue that about Carson Wentz.
Yep.
You think that defense is good?
Yes, I
Oh,
do.
sorry.
I do.
I think week 9.
There's going to be a game
I got
that they're
an
not
L.
supposed to win it, they win. There's going to be a game that they should lose that they're going to lose, and this is the one I do feel like that they're going to win, that they should not win.
I kind of agree with Bourne a little bit on this
I
one.
like that theory, but
I feel like the Jets' offense might hit their stride at this point. If they're
Gonna
going
be
to,
broken in well
week
enough.
9, a few weeks after the bye week, if everyone is still healthy,
They got enough talent to actually...
I could see them beating the Colts
Yeah.
only because it's the Colts. And like the Colts somehow find a way to fuck up being great. They did it with Andrew Luck. Like his whole career.
because they didn't invest in the O line. I got you. The same way they did. I
He
get
played
that.
behind Quentin Nelson.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, he did.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, he did.
You sure about that?
Yeah, for like a year or two.
Nelson? No.
Definitely not two.
No, I don't think...
I don't think he did.
He was
He
good.
got drafted the same year as Barkley, and
I think it was...
he
I
retired
think
that
we
year.
just won.
I want to say it was the year he retired that preseason, and I think
Before
that
they
was
ever
the-
played.
I think that was the first year Nelson
Before they
was
ever
there.
played.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
my bad then, my bad.
Thank you.
it's all right. Where we at?
Love it when I'm right.
Who's up?
But anyway, so
So
I
what are you
have
giving them?
You said W.
So yeah, Beatty's going with a W.
I got an L.
I feel like the Colts are gonna fuck it up.
Go with what you. We have the time to.
Yeah, go-
Obviously, we're
yeah,
gonna
go for
update
that.
these when we come to the.
It's,
right before the
it's just
season
like the
begins.
Chargers. Like I'll slot the Chargers to get 13 wins and like somehow
they'll finish
miss.
8-8 somehow.
Yeah.
You look like you wanted that to be filled with something.
Yeah. What do you want? What do you want? I'll pour from this
You got
side of
nowhere
the
to
bar.
drive, bro.
Let's
Do you
drink this
want-
mezcal.
I can't drink that.
Don't
Let's
mess up.
drink something
I,
else.
You can.
No,
I don't.
I prefer
I
if
don't
I'm
want
gonna
it.
do
I'm
mezcal. I
just
want
too-
to.
It's too spicy for me.
Yeah.
Whatever you're drinking, that's what I'm drinking. I don't know the next line of that song.
Good, 'cause your voice is just not.
You
good.
said lost there.
Huh?
You said.
Yeah,
lost?
Steve, how we going?
Taking the L.
You're taking. Okay, so finally we got somebody coming back.
Taking the L.
You know what? Actually, I'm starting to believe Steve is going to be the most right out of this. To be honest.
Why?
You already got him going 5. And
I don't know.
5
I just got that
and
vibe.
No, what if that's dude? if
Okay.
I go 5,
I've got him going
already-
2-6 at this point. So obviously
Hosting
I'm
the
not a fan.
Bills.
4-4. I'm
Hosting the Bills.
Loss.
That's an L, bro.
I think the Bills are winning that one as well.
They're
Bills fan, how do you
Yeah.
feel about that? Suspiciously quiet
one of
over
the
here.
best teams
Are you
in
concerned?
football.
You know
Are
what?
you worried?
So here's the thing. You know. So
You
here's the
worried?
thing. Yeah. You want to know why? Because I agree with Bourne. There's always going to be at least one game that you shouldn't win that you do, and one game that you lose that you shouldn't.
I just don't.
And
feel
that game in general that you lose is one that's on the road.
Yeah.
Probably.
But we're going to win this one.
Yeah. Good.
So
It's got me paused, but don't
That's
worry.
W's across the board.
Oh man, so is this
No,
like?
no. You're talking about.
I got L.
You said the Bills are going to win that game, right?
Yep.
Yeah. L's across
Yeah, L's
the board.
across the
L's
board.
across the board.
When we try to cover both teams, we get our wires and our heads crossed out. Also, marijuana and alcohol will do that to it.
Cannabis.
However you ingest it,
Miami.
whether it is through the leaf form or whatever. Yeah, I got you.
Miami.
Miami.
Miami
Home
at
against-
home. I'm gonna say right
Hosting
now,
Miami
this is a win.
Home against.
I think this is a
Hosting
win.
Miami
I
is
think
a
they
win.
ultimately, I think they're gonna split them, and I think they're gonna win the one at home.
Jerome Baker can't tackle everybody.
Steve, what do you
W, baby.
I don't know. All right, quick question: do you guys think Tua Tagovailoa is the real deal?
think? No.
Because I don't.
No.
I don't know.
Okay, the jury's still out. That's
He
fair.
hasn't
That's
played
fair.
it.
You
I
can
don't
either
know.
say yes, no, or
I
jury's
think
out.
after this-
I honestly,
this year-
I'm planting my flag. It's no.
After this year, I will, probably. But right
So
now,
depending
I
on how he does
can't.
this year, that'll be the defining.
I think there was too many benefactors for them, for
I would-
injury,
I
and
would say no.
he's still recovering from a major injury.
Absolutely, no,
Yeah,
that was a
Oh,
major one.
he could have played last year, but not been right.
I guess
you know.
I got you.
That's what my fear was, and I know we talked about it preseason. I wanted them to sit him the whole season so that I could watch a healthy Tua play football.
Yeah.
I really liked watching him in college. He was just entertaining. He's just a fun guy to watch
So
play football.
I'm going to give him this year, see how he does, and then.
And they got him his best target from college.
Right?
right?
Where we at?
He didn't play with
The
I
Texans?
feel like there's one.
They took Jalen Waddle, didn't they?
No, yeah, they did. So you're right. They
Yeah,
did.
they took Tua's best target.
They did. Because he, in my opinion, also really quick before.
Well, Tua used Waddle
Tua
more
versus
than...
Smith. I'm sorry. Waddle versus Smith. If you had to just pick one,
It's two different types of receivers.
I know.
Wait, what are you looking for?
I'm taking Devontae Smith.
Why don't we?
You don't have a defined wide receiver room. You're picking a guy to be the cornerstone. Like they're different, so you can build them around both of them.
Depends on a lot. Like how does?
Tua is your quarterback.
What's my offensive line look like?
It looks like Miami's.
Which would be what?
Damn, they got fucking Eric Flowers,
Crap.
dude. That's like a -3.
So I'm probably gonna go Waddle then.
He's going to make something out of nothing. You can throw that screen and he's more... Now, granted, Devontae Smith actually was one of the best, if not the best receiver after screens last year. Now, that being said... he
Devontae
played
Smith was the best college football player last year.
as voted by those old people.
I just think.
And a bunch of young people too.
And a bunch of young people. I guess I'd be remiss to not mention them.
So Tua won the Heisman also, didn't he?
No.
No?
I don't know.
Burrow won it the year that he graduated.
So Joe Burrow
No,
got to
I do.
vote on who
Is that
he
one
thought
with
was the
pizza?
best.
Yeah, I was going to grab another piece as well, but I figure...
Is that a reload? Is that what?
That's you get your own and you just have 3 alpacas on the screen at all times.
Houston
Win.
Houston, what do you say?
At Houston.
What?
And lowercase t for Texas
What?
because
What the
I was
hell is the
obviously
matter
not
Doing
paying
this while you were doing your day job.
Come on, man.
Just
I'm trying.
Just like the spreadsheet last
This
week.
one's even better than last week, though. I got color coded.
I think these
And a
spreadsheets.
drop
I think
down?
you could sell these spreadsheets on Twitter for $10 a pop and probably make a decent.
Steve
A
says,
decent. You'd make beer money and casino money to say the least.
if that's
Like
that's
you'd
well worth
make
it.
craps money selling your spreadsheets on Twitter. 100%.
That sounds like a good
You
deal.
mean what?
Craps money.
At Houston, I'm going to start it off. I think this is a win. I think that they will win at Houston.
I
I think Houston is
I
that
think
good.
it's the
agree
game
here.
that everybody thinks that we're gonna win and we lose.
okay.
That's fair. That's
That's
actually
fair, but they got a lot of problems right
Yeah.
now.
I have to go with Steve.
okay.
The
wow.
fact that the Jets are the Jets has to play a factor at some point.
Okay, I remember that when we do the Giants schedule next time.
So you gonna give them wins against the Patriots?
No, but are they playing the Patriots next year?
I don't know, but when we do, we beat them. So next up, we've got the Eagles.
That's going to be the first time we ever beat that team in our history. That's the one team we've
Really?
ever beaten. Yeah. No, we're like 0-8 against them or something.
Oh shit!
Remember, we only play them like every 4 years, but yeah, they are, in my opinion, the worst team in football. So yeah.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go with history repeating itself and go with an L.
I'm going to say a win here. I think that, especially at home, I have as little faith in Philadelphia as I do with the Jets, so I'm going to do like what Vegas does. You give the advantage to the home team.
Okay.
I gotta go with Bourne, man. These times they are a changing. Plus, fuck the Eagles. Fuck them. They're trash. Suck a dick.
Why'd you give me a loss? I said they're gonna win this one.
Oh, my bad.
Saints. That's
The Saints. That's an L
So-
from me, even without Drew Brees.
You think I'm assuming Jameis is starting, right?
Yeah, we can't assume
that.
Taysom
Yeah, I
Hill
can't
is going to be their
assume
starting
Hill's
quarterback.
If Taysom was the starting quarterback, then Sean Payton will not be long for that franchise, which is nuts to say considering the success that he's
Yeah.
helped to bring there.
Especially like winning the Super Bowl after the fucking hurricane destroys the city. Like, it's going to take he's going to have to really fuck up to get the boot.
Right, but we watched the Taysom Hill offense for a couple weeks last year. We saw how limited it was. We saw how it was.
Yeah.
You don't win a Super Bowl with that unless you have
No,
the
you win a
85 Bears.
college football
If
championship.
you have
with
the
that.
85 Bears or the 2000 Ravens defense, maybe. That is literally the only way that even that great Giants NASCAR defense that went and helped you guys win that Super Bowl, that first one,
Yeah.
the first Eli Manning Super Bowl, that I don't think was good enough to propel that team to a Super Bowl. The way you really need help on that one.
That's a loss for me.
So I think this is a loss. Bourne's going a loss as well. What about you, Steve? How you feeling about a game where you're hosting the Saints? So here's the thing: the Saints
Against
are not.
Alvin Kamara and Mike Thomas.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with an L.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
L's across the board. Let's drink.
What's funny? I mean, okay. What's funny? I would say this: if Drew Brees was starting, I would have made that a win because of how bad his splits are, a road versus away, and being in New York being in New York, that weather is crappy. That's not like being outdoors in the middle of the country. Being outdoors here, but Jameis Winston has enough arm and enough arm arrogance
Geno Smith
to get through there.
Geno Smith beat Drew Brees and the Saints the last time they played there, which is unbelievable.
That is rough.
In New Orleans or New York?
That is rough.
New York.
Yeah, so that's just it. Drew Brees is I love Drew Brees. I love him since he was
that's
San
your
Diego.
boy.
He's a very different.
I think the only quarterback you like more than Drew Brees is Jim Kelly.
Doug Flutie.
Oh, Doug Flutie.
Oh boy, and both of those too. But Doug Flutie just has that soft space
At
mark.
Miami,
He's also got that autistic child that he's constantly driven cases for and all that.
Why are you pointing at yourself when you say that?
I'm pointing at my heart I'm pointing at my heart because it tugs at those strings.
Okay.
At Miami, I said split, so they're gonna lose that one. For me.
All right, so simply because you think they're gonna split, they'll take the home one. They'll lose the away one.
They've had problems down there in Miami for the last few years now. So.
I'm with Bourne on that. I think they're losing at home. All right, my bad. I think they're losing on the road in Miami.
W.
Okay, you think they're winning Miami?
Oh yeah, baby. Coming back.
See, I think Tua playing in the South is good for Tua. Right? Like, he's a Hawaiian dude, so he's used to hot weather.
Alabama. Went
to Bama, playing in Miami. The nice, as long as it's not raining out. Or snowing, if you get a weird snowy day in South Beach.
I don't
know how often that happens. It's not fucking often.
Honestly, I think the cold weather would affect him because of his injury more than anything else.
Ooh, a young guy getting a pointer or something in the middle of the game?
No, his hip. I think that's
like a hip pointer.
Yeah, a hip pointer. What the fuck is that?
Pointers are like nerve injuries.
Oh, a stinger.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a few shoulder stingers.
Yeah, they're not
Basically,
fun.
you know how your hip, the way the bones are. It's you get inflammation on some side that could.
No, I get I get it. I just never heard it.
It feels like your shoulder, a shoulder stinger feels like your shoulder is literally ripped off, and it feels like hell for a good 30 seconds. Then you feel nothing, and then it goes back to the way it was.
My buddy Steve that I worked at the paint company with.
Yeah.
He was training to go to the draft, and he used to get what do you call them, stingers?
Yeah,
he
feels
like it
feels like you ripped your fucking shoulder off. And it sounds like it too, and you're scared as hell for it. It happened to me three times in my high school career.
Yeah, Bourne, let's take a shot.
I can't.
Okay. Well, this one's for Bourne.
For you, Alpaca that's still here.
For you, Bourne.
For you, Bourne.
Hey, Bourne. This one's for you.
Just for you, baby.
Appreciate it.
I mean,
remember those old Budweiser commercials?
This is for you.
Budweiser.
Oh, I also want to take
How
a
are you going, Mr. TBD?
Yeah, exactly.
Just for clarity, TBD because the timing hasn't been decided. It's
It could
obviously
be
a flex game.
Flex game.
Yeah.
Like, if they're going to flex a game, I would flex the following.
Can you quickly explain what a flex game is to the people who don't know?
So a flex game is so a flex game basically is if there's a chance that your team is good and can make the playoffs or whatever, they will take your normal 1:00 game, put it in a national 4:30 game or a Sunday night or Monday night game. National.
Oh, so did you get more
exposure? It's more money for the
countrywide.
league
Yeah,
and
sure.
gives you more exposure. But if
Correct.
you're not doing well, then they can flex you out of it. Like there was a bunch of
Correct.
times the Bills were actually flexed into a couple last.
Yeah.
Last year was also an odd one because you had the COVID cases at 4
Yeah,
teams.
but they had a good.
But the flexing has been a
Yeah.
constant in the scheduling.
Yeah.
But I think that I really like Bourne's idea of you win one that you shouldn't and you lose one that you shouldn't. And I think that they're going to win Miami and sweep Miami.
Wow. All right.
I'm going to go with a win here. I think that they are going to. Maybe I'm just a Miami hater, and if anybody who likes Miami is watching here, get up in at me. But
Fuck that.
to be honest, it comes down to the quarterback, and I've seen Tua, and I didn't believe him in college. I believe more in Zack Wilson watching him at BYU than I did at Tua watching him at Alabama and in the NFL.
And another thing, I'm sick of all these Miami
Another
fans
thing.
from here. Like, enough already,
Yeah, just
Jesus
retire and go
Christ.
down there, right?
Yeah.
I'm joking. But seriously.
So I think the Jets are going to lose to the Clemson Jaguars.
So this is one of the. I'm gonna go with my heart on this one,
Right.
and my guy is gonna show that he was the better pick, at least for this one game.
Yeah.
That's a L.
I'm sorry.
They're gonna win that game. I don't know how, but they're gonna win it. He could have a terrible game, and they might, win 10-6 or something. But they're gonna win. I don't know how. They're gonna just win.
How do you feel about Urban Meyer in general?
I don't
Both of you guys. Especially both.
He's never proven anything in the NFL as a head coach. Obviously, he's never been an NFL.
I don't
head
have
coach.
much of an
And how long
opinion
has he been
until
at-
he's
Yeah.
until he said
Until
ETN. He's going to try to
Line them up at
line him
wideout.
up as wide receiver.
All right,
So I'm like,
I do want to throw some water on that, just as I feel like at this
As
point
Tebow at tight end.
and we live in a society where we kind of jump immediately and we clickbait on everything. I do believe he's taking reps at wide receiver. I don't think he is training as a wide receiver. I think that Urban Meyer has always, if you watch wherever he's been, whether it's Florida, whether it's Utah, whether it's Ohio State, he knew how to get the most out of running backs.
It's also not a weird thing for ATN to take snaps like in the slot.
Yeah, like Le'Veon Bell did it.
Yeah, and he did it at Clemson. It's not out of the realm of possibility to see number 9 lining up
Yeah,
in weird places.
What's up, man?
No, I'm just following up that he's at that point he's going to have enough games under his belt. He's going to win a game that he probably shouldn't, and he's my guy now. Zack Wilson's
Wilson?
my guy now.
I got
Whether
you.
I like it or not.
fucking Zach.
I'm going.
He's not. Week one it's a different story, but he's gonna.
Zach Wilson,
It's
come
gonna
to the
shock-
basement and drink with us.
Yeah, for real.
Tell these guys
the door's
why
open.
you're going to win.
You don't look old enough, but you're old enough, so join us. Anyway, sorry, Adam.
Sounds like
I'm
something.
gonna put a
Steve.
an L here.
Why?
Wow.
You've been so bold at the beginning, and you have him skinning out the end. What's going on?
I mean, they're gonna win the last 2 games. So
Injury in the
I
rookie
well,
wall.
Why Jacksonville?
What?
Why home against Jacksonville?
they're gonna win the last 2 games.
Can you look at the
Spoiler
camera
alert!
and
We're about to get to
tell
the
them?
really, to arguably the most difficult game that they're
You
gonna
hear
have.
what
on
I
the
did hear
schedule.
what this fucking idiot just said? Sorry. I don't mean that. But.
Yeah. So here, really quickly to wrap up.
Let's go,
Really quickly,
baby.
really quick. I'm trying to, but y'all keep laughing and talking and laughing.
Sorry, we're having a good time.
That's why I said it twice. The two of
back
you are
to
laughing. He's talking.
business.
But in all seriousness, I said last week, or the week, not last week is in the episode, but for the previous week in the schedule, you lose a like you said, you lose a game you shouldn't, you win a game you shouldn't. I think that they run so high off of that win at Miami that they lose
Good
to
call.
Jacksonville,
I can
even
see
though
that.
I think that they absolutely should win that game. But because of looking at this dynamic, I just kind of have them dropping that one. Now we're going to go to Tampa Bay, which I'm just going to get out of the way very quickly for you guys.
Yeah,
That's a loss.
That's a loss.
I feel like I want to hear what Steve's opinion is because there's a lot of optimism coming from that side of the ball.
Because fucking everybody's counting them out. That's why.
So
That's why. All right, is that good enough?
I mean, it's our podcast, so yeah, it's definitely good enough. I mean,
You got nothing, like no strategy behind this, like where they could be at the time of the year.
The Jets aren't going to beat Tom
the
Brady. Are
Bucs
you
might
kidding
not
me?
be playing for anything
No,
if
I'm
we
just-
assume other teams
That's
aren't
exactly
playing
why. I think the Bucs will be so far ahead. They're going to start resting their guys. I don't even know how the new. So with the extended game, how does that affect playoffs? Does that affect it at all or no?
They extended the
One
playoffs,
team,
didn't they?
one team gets a bye, and then 6 other teams get in.
Versus what?
One
It
team.
used to be two teams
Used
get
to
a
be
bye
2
and
teams
4
get the
teams
bye,
get
and
in.
only
There's
one
one
does.
extra team, or is it 2 extra teams get in? I thought it was just one.
No, it's
No, but that wouldn't work out with the math.
no, it's just one. But they
Because one team gets a bye if there's 7
it
teams.
started
And
this
so
past,
three,
it
and
started
a
this
bye comes
it
into
started
four.
this past season. Like Kansas City was the only team that had
Yeah,
a
and
bye.
in the NFC it was
Yeah.
who was number one?
Green
Was it
Bay.
Saints?
So it's not a significant change.
It's basically goes from 2 teams getting
So
a bye to 1 and one
you
extra
get
team getting
and
in.
you get 3 games. You get 3 wild card
Oh, playoff.
games, 3 division round games.
Some
instead
more
of
money
3
when you
and
get
2.
to that
Yeah.
TV deal, those TV deals, which is
Yeah.
what is going to spike that salary cap in the next year or so, and
Yeah.
we're going to see guys like
It's all
remember when
about the money, man.
Barbarian got that money where he was the top 5 wide receiver paid, but was never that way performing.
Win.
All right, so we're going
Fucking
win.
winning, baby.
All right, so I think Steve is the only one. Man, Steve is. Wow, both Steve and Andrew are a lot more optimistic as Jets fans, which is really odd because don't get me wrong, I expected optimism from that side of the bar.
Yeah.
I did not expect it from this guy.
Yeah, I thought we had some realism over here.
Don't get me wrong. We'll
No,
recheck at like right before week 1 because he's going to reduce it down to
We're
0
going
17.
barely 500. How is that very optimistic?
Because
You guys won 2 games last year.
You picked second overall.
So the 49ers had the second overall pick the year before. The next year, they went to the playoffs.
They went to
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So why can't the Jets do it?
Because they're not as good.
because of the
They weren't. Neither were the 49ers,
By
clearly.
record, no, but I'm looking at the talent on that roster. If we
Let's see,
really
we got-
want
So
to
the
look
quarters-
at
You
I
know what?
agree,
Though? The Niners changed their coach and their front office,
Well, actually,
and the
no.
Jets have changed their
Kyle
coach.
That's what
and
I'm
front
saying.
office.
Shanahan has had 1 winning year in his 4 years that he's been there, actually.
know
So
what?
there's
Yeah,
some
I'm
talk
giving
where,
them
like,
lost
there's
the
that
last game.
Twitter
No, but
talk.
they went to the Super Bowl with Harbaugh.
W.
That was before the change.
I thought they went. I thought they
know
had that
I
real
said-
shitty season and brought Harbaugh in.
I know I said this earlier.
Harbaugh was
but
there years ago. Like, Harbaugh was not...
Good.
Shanahan, this is Shanahan's 5th year, I think.
I want to be wrong.
Shanahan Lynch, I think, came in the same year.
But
and they
here's the
came in
thing.
as their
You
5th
bet
year.
me for them not to win more than 6 games.
I don't. Why? Because then I'm rooting against my own fucking team.
That's what you
Right?
did last
You
year.
bet it.
What? What? What are you talking about?
We have a water bet.
On what?
The Jets haven't.
Oh, that's right.
Jets
This fucking
winning
guy
plus
doesn't
or
even
minus
drink.
6 games.
This fucking guy doesn't even drink when he's here. He doesn't remember anything.
I can't.
Hey, look what your score is here.
All right.
You ready to get wet or
No,
what?
they're gonna. I know I said earlier before we
Win.
got here that they were gonna win. I think Buffalo is gonna be that good to actually compete for the number 1 spot. So I think they're gonna play all their guys actually, and we're gonna lose. So there you go.
I'm going to agree with Bourne at this point. When there's one bye, you'd
Yeah.
have less wiggle room, and
Yeah.
if Buffalo is in striking distance, which I honestly
I think you can catch
believe
Kansas
we
City
will
this
be.
year. I think you can.
Yeah,
I don't
because...
think so. I think you're fucking burning this year.
Oh, wow.
That's a
That's
fucking-
a
one
little
hell of a
personal.
state-
all of a sudden.
That's one hell of a
Man,
statement
what did I
right
do
there.
besides drink your beer and eat your food?
So there was definitely,
Gotcha. It's not my food. You paid for it.
Damn, I was trying to...
Oh, that's
Yeah, so what the hell did I do?
there was no.
I'm even
but-
taking the side where I look smaller to you on the cameras.
So there actually, no, so there actually was a couple
What more can I do
earlier
for
that
you,
I
man?
changed from tonight, but that's cool. Because this is official now.
All right, well, it's official right now. We will revisit
Yeah.
it right before the season starts. But Steve's got Steve's actually, or Matt, I'm sorry.
You don't have to ask me. You already know.
Yeah, they're gonna win this one because you think that they. Yeah, it's a loss. I'm sorry. For those who
You
think
got him.
Steve
You
is
got
also
him in
a-
Let's go,
contention.
baby.
You got him in contention to fucking get a wild card.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah, so let's take a look right here. The big,
5-12 is what the Jets are going, baby.
Hey,
So we got 5 and 12. We got 6 and 11. We got 8 and 9 from Andrew the pessimist. Which, to be honest, depending on how you view it, that's actually a pretty honest thing. And
That's
you got 9 and 8.
500.
And you got 9 and 8 from a
No, it's under 500.
which
that's
Without the-
it.
without the
9 and
fee.
8.
On a
you
normal
think?
year,
So
yeah.
obviously 9 and 8 doesn't make the playoffs. Like we can
Could be wild card.
be honest on
Well,
it.
not in this
Could-
division.
could
Maybe
be.
in the NFC East.
That's about where I got the
But-
Jets, man. I think they're
9
going
and 8 will win the NFC.
French playoffs, but not
You
make
get
the
a-
playoffs.
yeah.
I
No,
think that's where
honestly,
they're at.
that's a win.
You know what's
right?
weird, man? 16 games.
Win
If you
for
win
me.
9 games, you make the playoffs.
Yeah, but
You got a chance to make it.
Here's
but,
the thing,
Now
though,
you
and
need
I
like
need too much
11
help.
wins.
I first want to hear from the Jets' perspectives, though. if you guys hypothetically, you're saying 8-9, 9-8. So let's take the top half of that. Let's say 9-8, because obviously we can't go fucking 8-8 because they have an odd number of games. Just go to fucking 18. We know that's coming. Just get it out of the way. But anyway,
It's a process.
how do you guys feel? Would you consider that season as a win, or does it depend on certain players' performance as well as record?
I mean, 8-9. I'll
The
I'll
only
sign
thing that
up for.
matters is wins or
Wait,
losses.
9-8 or
That's it.
8-9? Well, either one.
Let's say
I'll-
9-8. Let's say
I'll-
9-8.
I'll sign up for 9-8 right now. I will.
Would you sign up for 8-9?
Where's the other way?
Yeah, 100%.
He already signed up
Okay.
for
It's
it.
more than 2.
Fair. So therefore, we're not drawing. I just want to make sure we're not like trying to draw a fine line in the sand
no.
between 8, 9, 9, and 8. It's like, hey, if you're in
I
that
see them
range-
both the same. You're about 500. You're about
If they-
500, a game or so away from possible playoff contention. I don't see them there anyway, so
If they
they're
go-
about where I believe they're going to be.
If they go into that last game of the year somehow with a chance to make the playoffs and they don't win, I'm gonna be pissed as fuck. But I'll be like, at least I had a chance. Like
We had
the
something
last
to
couple
root
last-
for.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We got a season out of it.
Right.
So the last
That's all I'm
last
asking
few
for.
years, yeah.
And everybody's playing together. If I can
And
see
then the year
everybody
after that,
trying
the
and playing
expectations
together,
will be you better make the fucking
So
playoffs.
hypothetically, and obviously, I can't attach real attributes to this, but what if it's that this defense carries you? Let's say Robert Saleh's scheme really is that transferable. He's able to actually get the most out of very little talent, especially in the secondary that you guys have. You have talent, like with Quinn Williams. I'm not trying to act like you don't have him, but we can't act like your team is flush with talent, especially on the defensive side. If they're carried by that and Zack Wilson does not have a good year, and granted, Josh Allen didn't have a good rookie year too, so if you want to even put it akin to that, that'll be a great comparison.
You gotta give him at least.
How would you feel about your team, and then how would you feel about Zack Wilson himself?
I think that would have to go through the eye test first, because you have to watch these games and see why he's not doing well statistically.
I
You know
would.
what I mean?
Yeah. Huh.
If you could see that he's making the same type of mistakes that Sam Darnold was, yes, I'd be concerned.
Yeah, but that's 1 year.
He didn't make
you
the
gotta
same-
give him at least 3 years.
No, but he's
He
protected.
played a lot of YOLO ball at BYU, which is sort
And-
of what
yeah.
Sam Darnold
And-
did at USC. But
Well,
I think his mechanics are a bit better than Sam Darnold's work.
If you're getting scared
It's also
back
about
there and
linebacker.
your mechanics are changing because you are terrified, then that would worry me. Obviously,
They always resort back. That was always my favorite Josh Allen. I'm like, okay, man, like you saw he got better with the mechanics, especially this year when he blew up. And my biggest fear was, okay, once pressure starts getting in on him, everybody, when the pressure comes in, you resort back to bad habits. It's like that cliche because you just get back to what's
He's gonna-
comfortable
It
to
happens,
keep
yeah.
yourself alive. It's fight or flight, and it's like I'm going to fly. I'm going to fly because I'm not going to win.
I just think by accident
So.
he's gonna be better probably on accident than Sam Darnold was because he's got more. He's gonna be coming into a better situation. He's got a competent coach. You would think
wow.
as of right
Oh,
now.
every-
You got a
everything.
good offense. You got a much improved offensive line. You got much improved receivers around him. You have a general manager that actually has control of this fucking thing for once.
Familiar?
Take Sam Darnold's advice when they said, "What would you give to the next Jets quarterback?" He said, "Don't listen to the media," and he should, and he shouldn't.
Darnold
Because
was
Right,
handling
right,
that.
dude.
I'm
He's
sure
right.
Darnold always said the right things, but I'm sure he read all the time. You know, so
yeah,
he read everything.
I agree. You got the coaches, you got the wide receivers are way better. The running back squad is way better.
I'm interested
Offensive line is way better.
I'm interested
you know?
to see the scheme, though. I'm really interested to see the scheme. Because
I'm
that's the thing,
interested
like,
in
the
this
defensive
LaFleur-
scheme,
I'm
I think that's
expecting,
LaFleur
what we
offense,
see
yeah.
But here's the
from the
thing,
West
49ers.
Coast offense.
That's what I'm expecting.
Here's the thing,
So,
though. Like you had one of the LaFleur brothers, and I understand that they all come from the Shanahan tree. I'm not even just talking about Kyle. I'm talking about Mike Shanahan, like for Denver. I'm going back that far. Every time that as you get further down the tree, you have this you have similar principles, right? But you will get a bit different. Like for example, Sean McDermott comes from the Andy Reid tree, which is really interesting because Andy Reid is an offensive mind and McDermott's a defensive guy.
Yeah,
Cool, you know.
Andy Reid does not come from the Bill Parcells tree. I don't
No,
think.
he
I
doesn't.
think he comes from the North.
Michael Grintree.
Yeah,
Okay.
because he came from Green Bay.
Yeah.
But what's interesting, actually, and I mentioned this to you before, we were talking about Arizona. And I know it's a little off thread. We're done with the Jets one. We finished off with myself. I'm saying that they're going to go 6-11 at this point. We got Andrew going 8-9, which is a much more optimistic than his 4-win and whatever losses he didn't know how many games there
Yeah,
were.
the
that
4-win water bet that he made the other week.
Yeah. Beatty's got him going 5-12. which
Because
is
I'm
close-
realistic.
he's close to my 6-11, so I think
granted,
we'll be
they're
on
all-
there.
they're all-
But then you got Optimist, beat my chest. I'm King
That's
Kong,
right.
ain't got nothing
That's
on
right.
me.
Optimus,
That's right,
Optimus
98.
Prime.
It's not that far.
98, over 500
Listen.
because you can't go 500 anymore now that they have an odd number of games. Thank you, NFL.
Optimus Mugs over here.
Yeah, they're gonna fix that after this.
You know, but I am interested in the fact, like, there's a couple things I noticed here with some constant losses, some constant wins, some beer frames where, like, one person went against the grain. The
Lone
fact, though,
wolf
that
shit.
the fact that the two Jets fans, and don't get me wrong, this isn't like a slight. It's like, hey, we're all going to be more optimistic on our teams. But the fact that you guys are optimistic, especially from Bourne, being like the cliche pessimistic Jets fan.
Yeah.
If y'all haven't been to a bar with him to watch a Jets game, do it. It
Yeah.
is an experience.
Life experience.
Seriously.
Eighth
It's
wonder,
like,
eighth wonder of the world.
you feel like you're at
Eighth
the
wonder
game.
of the world. Drinking with Bourne at the pub, at the back bar.
You feel like you're at the game with everybody yelling, but it's only one man. And it's because they got a first down, but he didn't like the play call. Like, it is legit
Are you
sometimes.
fucking kidding me?
Why would you run it on 3rd and 8? First down. I don't care. You don't give up on a
Who
draw.
gives a shit? What a stupid call! Who does that, Bourne? You know it worked, right? I don't give a shit.
Why are they wearing green pants?
God damn it.
God damn it!
There you go.
That is literally...
That's the number one right there.
That actually sounded so much like you, it's kind of scary.
I've been watching football at the bar with this dude for like more than a decade.
No, I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. It's just, what are we talking about here?
I was more admiring the fact that, like, especially you,
I was wondering how we
being
can't
close to
remember how we got into
500.
that. Oh yeah.
I
I
expected
don't
the
even know what the
non-Jets
fuck we're
fans to
talking
be anti-Jets. Like, obviously, the public is against the Jets. I expected you to, be more, a little bit more roses in general, just because you're an optimistic Jets fan. You were all on the Zaccapano train before it was
gotta
that
be.
definite that they were going to draft him.
I'm interested that
This is the one that wanted them to keep Sam Darnold up until the day they traded him,
I
and
said
then
we're
said,
gonna lose
okay,
to him.
I'll
You
go with
said-
whoever we draft.
I said we're gonna lose to Sam Darnold. You said we're gonna beat Sam Darnold. I said we're gonna beat Trevor Lawrence, and you said we're gonna lose Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence is better than Sam Darnold.
I'm just a little surprised. That's all. I figured you.
What I'm realizing is that I'm obviously a pussy when it comes to these questioning, because I did not lone wolf a single one.
Really?
Yeah, I'm looking
Did
at
I?
it. I did not. Did BD?
I don't think I did.
I did with Jackson.
I didn't.
Oh, that must feel a little
No, I did
Yeah.
on many.
I know you did. Like
Yeah.
you are the lone wolf of the Jets schedule at this point.
Yeah, you got White
Yeah,
Fang and
Bourne-
Cole
yeah,
the
yeah,
Wild right
great.
over here.
Did Bourne at any point actually do it? Let's see.
Lone Wolf. Yeah, Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Dude, remember it's gonna be cold too. I mean, we might have the advantage here with the weather. You never know.
Don't get me wrong. I think
Right,
that
you're
I
talking
think you
about-
could have, but I was going based on
That was
your
so
watch,
cool,
which I
right?
think is right. I think that.
You're
What
talking
the
about
fuck did he
letdown
just
game.
do?
Yeah.
I definitely think
fucking-
that
Can you
you
send
win
me
He's
one
the
game.
he's the wizard who
You wanna
installs
go
that
live?
stuff.
Huh?
What?
You want to go live?
You want to?
You go win like the
Yeah,
win loss.
I'd rather do the
Yeah,
Giant
yeah,
shit
yeah,
because
guys,
you know if we go
sorry,
live,
sorry,
we're gonna go live
we
for an
can't keep
hour.
talking
We
over
may as
each
well
other.
just do the jet or
Yeah,
the
you
Giant
can't-
shit.
Please.
All right. Go ahead.
Give us a second. Give me some life. I like your
What'd you
theory
say?
of you lose one that you shouldn't, you win
Fuck.
one that you shouldn't. I feel like
Steve.
that's if you go in with that general mindset. I think that's how you should do with every schedule, because that's
Yeah.
at minimum that's what's going to happen. So at least
some
pick
point
one.
You would think. It would
You may be
happen.
wrong on the game you pick, but I
Right.
think that's
It would happen at least somewhere down the line
no,
this season.
and it happens like almost
Yeah.
guaranteed. So
Yeah. Like the Jets last year, they had no fucking business of beating the fucking Rams in LA, and they did, and it fucked up the entire season.
Yeah, but the Rams are trash.
Well, wait, the Rams came to
That's
you
not
were
the
at
Rams.
Jersey, did they, or was that in LA?
Jets flew out to LA and beat them. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that is a lot
Trash.
of people lost a lot of
That's
money.
trash.
A lot of people.
If you had
Survivor pools
Yeah,
were
that's what I
blown
mean,
up
Survivor
that
pool.
week
I remember that.
because you were one of those, weren't you?
you were just as bad as I was. Yeah.
That's the extent.
The Jets made me a lot of money last year because I would do
Shit, you did pour those.
a
was
couple
hoping I
parlays where I would do the Jets, Giants, and Bills, and I'd be like, okay, well the Bills they're gonna win this week.
All right, so
The Giants, this game's close, but I think the Giants are also going to win this week. And the Jets are definitely going to fucking lose this week. And then the Jets did what the Jets do, and they won me money.
Hey, you want an orange?
Huh?
You want an orange?
Clement.
No, I gotta get out of here.
What?
No, but it's not alcoholic yet.
No, I gotta just get out of here, guys. I'm sorry. I have to.
I got you. So
We
on
love you,
that
Lauren.
note, really quickly, I think that we've covered everything. We'll cover the Giants and the Bills, and
Another
next
time.
episode we could probably cover.
Yeah,
them.
sure.
Once we get better,
We
at,
could zoom up
once we
tomorrow
get better
also.
at cooking pizzas.
Good.
Especially, we gotta get better at that part.
Yeah, spending an hour and a half in the middle of the episode.
It wasn't good.
In an attempt
You know
to
what?
make pizza.
You live and you learn.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know?
Hey, like we have said this entire time, we don't know what the fuck we're doing.
Yeah.
That's it.
We
But
have,
we're doing
we have
it.
no clue what we're doing,
But we're doing it.
but we're doing
But we're
it.
doing it, and we will eventually be doing it live.
Salute.
But, fine, guys. But on that note,
Salute, Born.
Yeah, I think
but
okay.
yeah, it doesn't matter. On that note, be
See you
safe,
guys
be
too.
smart,
Rock
rock
on.
on.